Cooler temperatures are ahead as we wrap up the month of September. Kenny is taking us over to Heidrich, Colorado Tree Farm Nursery to help us prepare for fall.
Well, there's definitely a chill in the air now that we're getting further and further into the fall. So when it comes to getting your yards ready for those colder temperatures, we're chatting with the experts here at Heidrich's Colorado Tree Farm Nursery. We've got Levi here. Levi, although fall is a good time to plant,
right,
you also have to make sure that nothing's freezing over.
Oh yeah, you got to start thinking about winter. It's coming, it's inevitable. We'll get our first snow sometime in early September, the end of October.
It just comes out of nowhere sometimes.
We know we start getting the question, the later we get into September, is it still safe to plant?
Yeah.
Should I wait till next year? And the answer is no. You know, like my dad always said, the best time was 40 years ago, the next best time is now. So thinking about weather, you know, we're gonna get that first frost and that first hard frost, usually sometimes it's in September or October, and don't worry about it. I mean, that's part of the process. We want these trees and shrubs to get that signal, hey, it's getting closer to winter, we need to shut down and prepare ourselves so we can tolerate these cold temperatures. So don't freak out. Now if you have like annuals, so your annual mums, your annuals, if you still have vegetables that aren't quite ready yet, those are plants you would want to protect and try to prolong the fall season to get things ripe and get them more growth, keep that color, if you will.
Yes.
You know, if you got pumpkins out already for some reason, you know, usually that's not till October. Those don't want to freeze, so if they're cut off the vine, you might want to protect those. But it's not a big thing. Don't freak out about it. You know, we get those snaps. It's normal. But again, it's a signal to these trees and shrubs that hey, we need to get ready. We need to stop growing new growth on top, focus on root growth, put our energy into our roots, and get ready for the winter season. That's just part of living in Colorado.
So when it comes to people who are watching for the first time,
right,
what's the difference between annuals and perennials?
So annuals are going to die every year.
Okay.
It's once a year, it's annual. You're going to plant them annually. Perennials come back. So really trees, woody shrubs, and herbaceous perennials are all perennial in that they come back every season. But
sure,
yeah, annuals you're going to do every year. Perennials they should be there every year. They don't have to be replanted. They come back from the ground or they don't go dormant. They go dormant, but then they leaf out again the following season.
When you plant a tree or a shrub, how does watering work? Because I know that's very important.
Great question. And like I was telling you, there's a signal from Mother Nature as far as, hey, it's cold, shut down. You also need to give them that signal through how you water them. Typically our fall seasons are warmer and drier. And I mean, that's not always, but usually. So by backing off on the water, and these are things that are both established or things you planted earlier in the summer or spring, you want to start to stretch out those watering intervals. We don't want to keep things very lush going into the winter. If you keep watering heavily, that signals to the tree, hey, you know, if it's still warm outside, they might keep trying to grow, and we want that growth to stop on top. We want the new growth at the ends of these branches and these leaves to harden off. That's a process where the plant, you know, the stems that were green and lush turn woody. It starts to put energy down the roots. The sap's not flowing as much, but they start preparing so they can tolerate a freeze.
Yeah.
So back off on the water. Now, if you just planted something in the last 2-3 weeks, you're still going to have to water more frequently than had it been in the ground for a while. But you do want to signal to that plant by backing off on the water to, hey, it's time for you to start to dry out and get ready for winter as well.
Yeah. What do you tell people when they buy a tree for the first time?
Well, first I say thank you. We appreciate the business. But,
yeah.
You know, we've got all the information. How do you water? How do you care for it? And it's an ongoing process. It's not once you leave here, you're done. You know, I get emails and pictures from folks that bought trees from me 25 years ago when we were back at Chapel Hills Mall and I was
sure,
you know, in college. They have questions about it. You know, I saw a customer last week that I've known for 30 years. And so that the relationship doesn't just stop at the end of the transaction. If they have, things are going to happen. There's diseases, there's insects, things are going to happen in your yard, you know, that are specific to that tree or specific to you. And if you have questions, come and see us, but bring pictures. That helps us out tremendously with giving you the right information, or if we can't help you, hey, who should you call? Who should you have out to look at that tree? So that's a big part of it too. We love helping out, love giving you guys good information.
Is that kind of a benefit to Heidrich's, is that you guys offer that one-on-one advice compared to, you know, a big box store that just sends you out on the way?
100%. I mean, I would rather you buy at any local nursery or garden center versus the big box stores or one of these big chains. You're going to get a better product and you're going to get better service. I think our goal is always to be the best at that. We've got 3 or 4 CCNPs, certified, Colorado certified nursery professionals on staff that have gone through rigorous training and classes. Between me, my sister, and my brother, we've got over 90 years of experience in this industry. I mean, I've literally been doing this since I was old enough to get thrown in the truck and go with my dad. So we've got a lot of experience. We're always more of a service, customer service oriented first. I mean, we want to have the best quality plants and trees. That's a big part of it.
Yeah.
But I think that's one thing that makes us unique is we try to have the total package, total experience, total value for our customers.
Well, there you go. If you have any questions, Heidrich is always available to help you out. Just come on by and check out what they have to offer right here in Colorado Springs.
Awesome. Thanks, Kenny. Thanks, Levi. This segment has been sponsored by Heidrich's Colorado Tree Farm Nursery.